show going through PJTV. You're selling shirts. You're selling mugs. You're a capitalist.
I am a capitalist, entrepreneur, realist.
I mean, but why aren't you trying to get a job? Why aren't you trying to become that 12%, get out of that 12%? Because technically you're not employed. You're employed. You're your own self-employment.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
It feels great. It feels great to be able to do that. It didn't always feel good, that's for sure. And now here's the thing with me. Now, this was a long time coming. Because I think I myself got caught up in sort of an entitlement mentality. Working a 9-to-5 job didn't appeal to me at all.
Why not? I mean, there's a lot of people, they depend on that job to pay their families.
Exactly. But see, in my instance, because I grew up on MTV, and my sense of entitlement was like, man, I should be up on stage. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be making all the fame and so on and so forth. But while you're doing that and you get so caught up in what you think you deserve out of that, you forget to put in the work that's necessary to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get to this, because a lot, like when people say that, like, who was it, McCain, said that, people can't do certain kind of jobs that illegal immigrants won't do. And I'm not trying to go back there.
Right.
But it isn't so much that they can't do the work. Sometimes in their mind they won't do the work.
Okay.
Because they may
So
feel
you're a
like,
pretty humble man. You're willing to wear whatever hat it takes.
I got humbled. That was a process.
How did you become humble? What took you to that process?
Me feeling like, man, I know that I'm destined for better things, and I want those better things right now. You know what I mean? That's where I was. It's like, so for me,
you're not entitled. They're part of the gimme. I deserve this.
Well, I didn't want it to be given to me. I just knew that there is something that I need to be doing. I don't need to be working a 9-to-5. You know what I mean?
So some people we're talking about hard times. Some people aren't made for 9-to-5. One example is you made your own self-made. Like I got on the train the other day, and one brother was selling bootleg CDs. That's how he makes his money doing bootleg CDs. Now, some people will say that's stealing. Other people say it's an opportunity. There's different controversies over that. But it's another small form of capitalism done in a...
But to get there, like...
Stealing is probably one of the oldest forms of capitalism.
What's that?
Theft.
No, that's more socialism. That's legislative theft. That's right. But, here's the thing. To get to this point, it took a lot of me, coming to a Jesus moment.
Okay.
But
Jesus.
Well,
that's important, hey.
But in doing so, I had to realize that, hey, you gotta. There's gonna be a lot of doing what you have to do in order to do what you want to do.
Okay.
Thank God I'm able to do more of what I want to do now. But it took that step. It's like, okay, you know what? I can't stop turning down jobs, because. I don't want to do that. I need to be doing this. It's like you need to pay your bills.
So once you were focused to find out where you wanted to be, you were good.
Yeah. I mean, when you...
So in hard times...
When you took responsibility too, Cheryl, listen to what the brother's saying. This goes whether you Republican, Democrat, or whatever. Look what the brother said. He said he had some times, like all of us, when he had lapses, and who ain't had lapses?
Right.
Okay, we all had lapses in that. He took responsibility for change. And like you've been telling him, Shirley, with that shirt, tells him. Today maybe is the day for change, right? The day for change. Whatever. Take responsibility, get off your ass.
I'm going to shut up things. You guys got 30 seconds. I'm going to give you 15 seconds and 15 seconds. I'm cutting you off. Okay. Golf or
Dwayne Bobbitt.
What's the answer?
Let people clean up. That's, there's people out there wanting to clean up. They want to volunteer to get out there and do their
other countries, and they're stopping other countries from even cleaning up. I don't understand that part, says. They've gone through oil spills in Australia, and they're saying, hey, we'll help you. And America's ego, because of President Obama saying, we don't want you.
America in general, our ego's not in the way. We're like, hey, man, let people help.
Well, here we go again. Totally agree. You know what's so funny? The governments is the ones resisting the help. The people want the help. Even though I will say it's one thing. I don't know how the people of Louisiana are going to rectify this whole issue of where everybody either works for BP or works in the fishing industry. They are mutually going to run head to head for the next
Okay, next
2
topic.
decades.
You know, my answer to that is more people will die before they wake up.
Well,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
people are committing suicide.
Right.
People are using themselves as martyr for the American people and for the world to identify what's the horrible situation going on in America today. And I hate to see things like that happen. I would ask you, if you're a disgruntled American and you're not happy with what's going on, don't do that to yourself. Speak out in other ways. But I think there's going to be more of that before we get out of this. We'll start on this side. Export, import. And businesses in America today.
I think you have to have new ways of looking at, because the old ways are actually irrelevant. These are world corporations that have world impact, world agendas, and therefore borders make no matter. And as long as you're still dealing with that nationalistic view toward business, you're really dealing in the old ways. That's not how business is done.
Hey, I'm all about free trade, so do handle business, but I'd really like for business to stay within America.
Okay.
And here's the thing about importing and exporting. If America would realize that if you lower taxes on business, you wouldn't have to worry so much about competing globally so much. Mm-hmm. I think it should be open to, but how do you minimize it is that you make sure that the government is business friendly, and make sure that business has the freedom and the hiring power to do business. You'll keep more jobs in America. And there you go. But for some reason, we have a government that seems like you can make Kool-Aid sweeter by adding more water.
Well, my thoughts on that one are exporting. We still continue to export to China, to Egypt, to India, we export to the Philippine Islands. We have jobs that Americans are saying that they won't take, or they're saying that we won't take. I think the manufactured jobs need to come back to America. I think we need to have more American-made items. I do think that small capitalists are taking advantage of this. You can go to Elance, E-L-A-N-C-E, and those are websites that basically you can hire somebody for $3 an hour to do a lot of your work online. E-L-A-N-C-E. Go to Elance and you'll see that. You can be a small capitalist as a Republican. See, that's what we do a little bit different. They're going to teach you to be dependent. That's why Democrats are such freaking losers in the urban community. They're effed up, man. They're a bunch of buzzheads. All they care about is your ass being dependent, being welfare recipients, wanting you to get that WIC, wanting you to wait for your next check, watch TV, and stay on your ass. Get off your ass. Get online. Start learning and educating yourself. Go on YouTube. Learn about export, importing. If you want to start a company, if you got a product like a pen or a hairline or whatever product you have, a capitalist is a Republican. We will help you as a Republican become better at what you do. Democrats are going to do that. They're going to sit back and tell you to rely on those urban politicians that do shit for you and ain't gonna do anything but continue to squat in one mouth and come out another hole. Export, import. Keep that in mind. You can do that. You can do that by going to Elance and start interacting, learn other cultures, learn other countries. It's okay to visit there. And because you know what, you're legal. You can come back here. All right.
Well, I have some news for you guys, so you know that Governor Schwarzenegger just reduced the wage for 200,000 employees in the state of California to $7.25 an hour.
Now he's gonna go to court because that's less than the minimum. That's what I'm saying.
That's less than the minimum.
But remember now, I'm not sure if that's legal or not legal. But I remember I told you part of what I do in politics is I love to sit back and watch dog and pony shows. That's what they put on the show for the public. It may or may not be. I don't know.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess if they're signing it,
I don't know if it's legal, but there is an issue with the minimum wage. We agree. There's an issue affecting business.
Minimum wage is a fraud. It's an illusion,
right?
So this is one of the reasons why I don't support minimum wage. It's like, look, okay, you're gonna raise a person's wage. Now, who's gonna pay for that? Now, when the business has to, we're going to have to fork over X amount of money to pay this person minimum wage. In order to recover our costs, we're going to have to pass that cost on onto the consumer. We're going to have to raise the prices of our products. So by the time everybody does that,
right,
the minimum wage doesn't go anywhere.
Right, it's not even effective.
Yeah, and see, people, they come down...
But isn't minimum wage a mindset? The fact that the word minimum is in place limits your mindset. It's like the government is telling you, you're not going to ever make anything. You're never going to become anything because you're limited. Right. So we're going to limit your funds. Instead of saying this is a standard start rate, there's no...